Hey, what's up? How's it going? It's me, Karl, aka Karl Drum Tech. We're here right now in Santa Monica on a beautiful Memorial Day weekend, and today we are here with Anastasia, who is also known on Instagram as AJDrumz. So you can check her out on her Instagram account as well. She's got a lot of great videos. I mean, we met through Instagram basically.
Yeah,
you probably commented on one of my videos.
Yeah.
It's probably the one where, like, I guess somebody had a negative comment, and then I'm like, yeah, so this happened, da, da, da. And you're like, yeah, it's all good. Don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about the negative people. So,
of course, yeah.
Yeah, and we just started talking, and then you said that you were coming down here for a project.
Yeah, it's actually gonna come out in about a month. Be on the lookout for that. We have Ralph Nader on it. We have Jabril Malik. We have Marcus Joyner. We have Keelan Tobia. We have Dave Natal, and it's gonna be a big production. Like, just be on the lookout for it. It's gonna be crazy.
So, you know, to kind of like make sure you guys see it when it drops, make sure you follow her account. So once again, AJDrumz. I'll leave it out here as well.
Z.
Yeah.
Z at the end.
With AJDrumz. So, but I'll spell it out here in the video so you can, you know, check that out right away and go right away. So, to know more about it, yeah, make sure you follow her account. So, what do you think about California so far?
I mean, I'm only here for 2 days, but it's definitely a lot, you know, different than where I'm from. New York.
You're from New York
City,
yeah.
So, I mean, it's just a lot cleaner. Everybody's on their, like, cars. I usually take, like, the subways a lot. I don't know, it's a lot of good people, a lot of good vibes, and
kind of chill.
Open, yeah, so chill.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and I've been to New York. It's like, that's a super, like, busy place. Everybody's like got their plate, like the place they gotta do. They're always running.
Always late somewhere.
Yeah. You're running, like, you know, the streets, like, you know, if there's a red light, you're still going.
Of course. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Taxis are very aggressive.
Oh know.
Yeah.
For sure, like in Manhattan especially. But I mean, I have a little accent. I'm from Brooklyn, not Manhattan. I'm not from the actual city. But I mean, it just, growing up there, you know, you always got to be on your toes, be alert, see what's going on.
I was told that too, like walking around,
Yeah, I mean, here too, but I mean, I don't know a lot of places that are good or bad, so it's like I'm just walking around, and I could be walking into some bad place, and I won't even know it.
This isn't too bad though, right?
Oh, this is beautiful. Like, I was telling you before, I like to play video games, and GTA 5 is like, it looks just like this, so it's surreal to me that I'm here.
Nice.
It's kind of corny, I know, but I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, you know, and then when you go home and you play a video game, it's like, now you can say you've been there.
I've been there, I've been here. Yeah.
So.
And I can drive in my video games too.
Right.
Cool. I'm trying to work on my license.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how old are you right now? You're
19.
You just got out of high school?
Yeah, and I'm actually about to finish college this December.
Okay.
You know, so I did it in about a year. So I get out of that. My mother wants me to just have a degree, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But after college, that's it. Like, I'm all for drumming.
Yeah.
Trying to, you know, be on that tour life and be with pop artists and celebrities and all that. Just playing out every night at, like, big arenas, not necessarily like cafes and stuff like that. But in my near future, I definitely see that happening. I'm more of a drum set player rather than snare drum. I actually started playing snare drum about 2 years ago, mostly self-taught. Then I started, you know, kind of taking lessons from Pete Sappinen through my instructor in high school, and I'm sure you know him.
Oh, absolutely. I taught with Pete Sappinen, so there you go.
He's great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
But I just always watched the Instagram community and, like, the drummers there, and I was always inspired. I would slow down the, like, little things I thought was, like, pretty cool, like tricks and stuff, and a lot of people accuse me, like, oh, you just play tricks, you can't really play the drums. It's like, that's cool and all, but y'all don't know my story. Like, I've only been playing for 2 years. Like, I've never been in, like, an actual drum line where it's like drum corps type material. Like, when I was in a drum line, it wasn't anything like crazy, because in the East Coast, like East Side, like
the activity there's a little bit different than here, right?
It's not much going on, like in the drumming world, like as far as marching band. Like, you know, you go to the South, that's all they do. You know, you come here, even like drum corps is what you guys do here. So, I mean, I'm just a part of a different world, and I just been playing drum set ever since I was 9 years old. So that's about 10 years now, and I applied most of the stuff I know from there to here. And I realized how much discipline this takes, like the snare drum. I've also been a martial artist as long as I've been drumming. I became a black belt, so I know the discipline it takes to actually focus in on something. I had to quit martial arts to pursue music because, you know, you kind of can't be great at two things. You can only be good at both of them.
Yeah.
So you got to pick one.
Yeah.
And snare drumming is just a hobby to me, but for some reason that's like where I get the most gigs, and it's like, oh, we need a female drummer, like especially like emphasis on female because they're apparently high in demand. I don't really care much about that. I just want to play.
Right.
But,
so what's so when I watch your Instagram, obviously, you know, it's really entertaining to watch, but also you have like a very inspiring, uplifting message as well, you know, especially, you know, for girls, you know, like you said, there's not like girls drummers out there.
Yeah.
But you know, just overall, just like you just have this positive vibe, like, you know, keep it positive, you know. So it's like, what is your goal with like doing Instagram, and like what are you trying to do? Are you trying to inspire, trying to teach?
You know, I'm not much of a teacher, although I can teach. I was a section leader in my high school. You know, I basically taught them all the material off of YouTube. Like, I was like looking at a bunch of drum lines and trying to teach them parts. And like, I even brought music, trying to learn the music, teach them. That's what inspired me to even get better at it, because if you're gonna be a leader, you have to be good and better than most of the people there.
Yeah.
If not better, then you always got to challenge them.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I kind of forgot the question.
The question is just, so like, what is?
I'm looking at the ocean.
You're looking at the beautiful ocean, like, you know, awesome background behind us. I mean, yeah, hey, it does that to people, like, you know, whoa.
I'm really here. Like,
You're here, yeah. No, what is your goal? Like, what do you know? What is your, like, you know, like your?
I mean, okay. Yeah, I remember it now. I actually started Instagram because it was like through a friend. Like, you just started an account. Like, I kind of want to keep in contact because, like, you know, people are all over, and I have family back in Russia. Yeah. And it's like you kind of want to stay connected, and you want to show them what you're doing. So one of my friends was like, "Oh, just post a drum video." I was like, "A drum video? Why?" So I just did it, and she was like, "You know, you should keep doing it." So ever since then, I just kept doing it, and I saw people were watching. Yeah. From 200 followers, I almost like got to 13,000 within like 2 years, which isn't that bad. It's not great.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good.
The social media thing is mostly to promote yourself. Yeah. I think it's very important nowadays to network and meet new people, because you can be connected to someone in Italy, someone in Texas, someone in California. That's how I met you. Yeah. And a lot of my opportunities are from Instagram, so that's why you can't take it for granted. It's not like I'm posting content to get likes and stuff. No, like, it's to get out there, to be seen, because, you know, there are a lot of talented people out there that just don't get the recognition. Sure. So you just gotta hustle, like, for yourself. And some people are like, oh, but you can like buy your own followers and, you know, do the likes. I don't do none of that stuff. Like, if you're gonna follow me, you're gonna follow me because you want to, not because I pay you. Right. And I think the inspirational messages is mostly for anybody really that's watching. It's not for girls or guys, it's for anybody and everybody that might need uplifting in that day, because I know a lot of people like try to hate on what you do and hate on what this other person does just because they're sitting on their butt not doing anything, and they're wishing that they should be doing something productive, and you're over here trying to chase a dream. Yeah. And, you know, they're kind of left in the dust because you're getting somewhere they're not. And that's the only thing they can do, is they can say, you know, can say, oh, I don't like you. All you do is stick tricks or something like that, right? I mean, I would like to see you post a video, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be better than me, but at least, like, you post some stuff. But the people that actually post, like, videos, like, such as yourself, like, you understand, you need to encourage other people, because, like, why bring each other down? Positivity is the key in life. Yeah. It really is. And you can think things into existence. Your thoughts become things. And that's why I'm here. Literally a month before I got to LA, I was like, I really want to come here. Like, I play GTA. I'm like, damn, I just don't have the money. And I got called for that, the opportunity to come here and play with all these people that I like basically watched and developed my ideas from them. So it's just, you just gotta stay positive, you know, even if you're in a rough patch. Like, I just post certain things just to let people know. Sometimes it's directly towards the people I was in high school with. Yes, I'm talking to y'all. Okay. Because, yeah, they really gave me a hard time my senior year. I was branching off into something I wanted to do, and it was like, oh, but you don't want to hang out with us, you don't want to do this, oh, you're shady. Like, no, I don't care. I want to play the drums. I'm working on myself, I'm working on my career, like, you know. And some of these people dropped out of college, they doing drugs, so it's like, that's not positive. Like, you can't be in my life.
Right.
So that's where it's coming from, because people need some guidance. And you know, when you're a role model, I mean, at least I think I am, like, to at least a person or maybe to a group of people.
Yeah.
Because I do get DMs like, oh, you know, you inspire me, this, and that. So you have to, like, I try not to post anything too crazy, like cursing or anything like that, because I know kids are watching me.
Right.
Like, I get messages from
Parents, maybe?
parents, like 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, and even like a couple of drum like teachers for schools, and just telling me keep doing what you're doing. Like, my student just came up to me and showed me a video of you playing, and like, you know, I think you're doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how, I mean, it's cool. Like, you know, you never know who's watching, and sometimes like I get in my comments like from people like I don't know, like Thomas Pridgeon, like people like that they're like, you know, doing something that I want to be doing. I'm like, oh, so you kind of see what I'm doing. Like, you see what I'm capable of doing, and I know you're watching me. So, like, that's what I'm saying. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, especially until they tell you. Sometimes it's like, you know, I get messages, it's like, yeah, you inspired me, and I actually showed this to my friend. Like, he was really down about his playing, and then like, you know, I showed your video to my friend, and he was totally better after that. And I was like, you know, I had no idea until somebody told me that. So it's amazing. So, and I'm always grateful when people tell me that.
Oh yeah. That's another thing. Gratitude is very important in life too, as well as positivity. Like, if you're not grateful for what you have, then it's not gonna be there anymore. You know?
Sure.
So.
Well, I look at it as like, you know, you have to be grateful for everything that you have, because if you're not grateful, then when you do have more, you're not going to be grateful for that either, because all you've known is
take
like
it for granted,
you take things for granted. That's all you know. So so what is your ultimate goal right now? Like, you know, where are you trying to, you know, where do you feel like you're headed? You know, where are you going to be in the next 10 years? You know, you know, so what do you think?
Well, I'm studying with this guy right now. His name is George Gray. He played for a lot of big names in the industry, such as Janet Jackson, Stevie Wonder, The Pockets, you know, Earth, Wind and Fire. So he's teaching me like about the business side of things, and how to get in the scene, and how to start touring and all that stuff. And that's my ultimate goal within the next 10 years, you know, to be out there on the road and see the world basically for free, because they paying for your hotel, they paying for your like flights and stuff. And it's not going to be like the craziest income in the world. That's why I'm majoring in business right now.
Nice.
So it's like, it teaches you how to use your money, how to invest, how to do all that. And I mean, that would be like what's gonna sustain me. But I mean, it doesn't matter how much money you have or make. I feel like it's just more important to be happy with your life. And you don't want to be sitting there at 80 years old. Like, I thought about this. That's why I'm so focused on making it happen, because I don't want to be sitting there like 50, 80 years old. What the hell did I do with my life? I should have done this. What if that? Nah, like, just do it. Right.
That's amazing for somebody at your age. Like, a lot of times, like, these thoughts don't come into people's head until they're much older, and it's like, okay, I've been this for, I'm like 30 now, and it's like, what have I done? You know, it's like, but you have this idea, like, you know, you're already seeing way in the future, like, I don't want to have regret. That's what you're basically saying. So it's pretty awesome.
Exactly. Like, I've always had like older friends, and I would see how they think, and I would also see the situation other people are in. Like, oh, I'm going to college, but I don't like it, and I'm in a amount full of debt, and I don't even want to do this major anymore, and I have to now. I pay so much money. Now I have to do engineering, or I have to be a doctor. So it's like, why? You could just choose whatever you want to do. It's never too late. Like, you could be 60 and you decide, oh, I want to be a professional golfer. I mean, it's going to be hard, but you could do something about that. You know, it's never too late. And we also take life for granted, because you could die tomorrow.
Right.
What have you done? Right. What do you have to show for your life? What is your purpose? Who did you affect? Because you got to leave something behind when you're not here. You know?
Yeah.
Whether it's like for your children, or for the people that you met with, like, throughout your life, if you touch their souls, or like people that are just watching you or know of you, or if you have some type of like a brand, or like music or something that's like eternal, kind of like Michael Jackson. He's dead, but his music is gonna live on.
Yeah.
Just like Prince.
Yeah.
You know, so that's like my goal. I just want to find out.
You want to leave something for the world.
Leave something for the world. I just want to drum. I know that's a gift that's been given to me. You got to utilize your gifts. You know, you work smart, not hard. But you do have to work hard, just not like overly, you know, like overwork yourself because that's not productive either. But
Right.
I'm just trying to work smart right now and use my time the best I can. Like practice like here, practice that at night. You know, do your homework, do this, that, and you know, take care of your family because family is also a big thing too.
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to start one. No, I have 2 brothers. Nah.
Yeah. It's like it's big enough, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, and those are, you know, 2 other human beings that I'm trying to, you know, set an example for
Sure.
because, I mean, being the older sister, you kind of have to show them what it is to be a good person and what it is to actually work hard for something.
Right.
So I think that's very important. In 10 years, I mean, a lot of people tell me, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to be big. I'm like, but you don't see what I see. And I can't verbalize it because no one's going to see my vision.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
I just know it's going to be something big.
Yeah, as long as you keep working hard and you keep doing your thing, and you know, I see you're definitely doing some great things already. So, you know, just keep on doing it, and I'm sure you're gonna hit every goal you want to. So, for
Definitely.
sure. Yeah. So I see that you have some sticks here. So why don't we give the audience some value, like maybe for somebody like even for somebody like me, I'm not really big on the stick tricks. I don't really know them that well, as we've tried earlier today. Why don't you show the audience real quick, like a quick simple stick trick that you can teach somebody to, if they're interested in learning stick tricks, like what's one thing that they can learn right now real quick?
Well, you could do stick tricks, but it's like, all right, you're just gonna do this randomly, like or like a back stick. Nah, you have to apply it to some kind of playing. So for instance, like if you could,
yeah, let's do this.
What I was showing you earlier with the paradiddle diddles. See that? All right.
Perfect.
So paradiddle, right, left, right, diddle. Paradiddle diddle. Right? So you could easily add like a crossover on the left hand on the second note. Right, left, left, right? Or you can do a back stick on the first note. So right, left. Or you could do on the second one. Right? Or you could do both of them.
Nice.
You can add that together. Right? You can even add like a pause to make it kind of like a reggaeton kind of beat, like.
Nice.
So that's basically how you can apply like a basic rudiment and add a trick into it. Or triplets, for instance, with the high mom, like that I was showing before. Trip bullet, 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 trip bullet. Right? So if you're just gonna do a trick just to do it, like even like this, play something behind it, whether it's like 16th notes or 8th notes, like. That was a hybrid trick. That was a twirl and a thumb roll right into it. So you go up, bring it over.
Just to give it like a little bit of flair, right?
Yeah. Or you could switch up the rhythm you're playing on the right hand. Right? Just to have something different. Like there's so many different possibilities. Like if you're doing a crossover, maybe you can do like bring this hand over, hit it. Right? Or you can do the same crossover, but do a back stick while you're crossing over. So, right? Right? So you could, it's endless. Like you could play around with it, come up with your own combinations. And what I like to do, I like to put on a track, and I like to think in terms of like, all right, let me have a 16th note flow. I like to play the hip hop tracks. And I want to think like a rapper, like what he or she would lyrically kind of say, like, because they do have certain rhythms, like maybe they wouldn't say something like that, but possibly, and you're thinking in terms of how am I going to compliment the track and make it sound good and have fun with it too. And you add the stick tricks just because, like I said before to you, that it appeals to the greater community that has no idea what's going on. You have a little kid walking by, you think he's gonna understand like
Yeah.
no, they're not gonna understand
No,
what
they're
that
not.
is. So like you add like stick tricks like right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that was cool. What was that?
Right.
So it kind of appeals to a whole different community.
Maybe
It's
a bigger audience.
Yeah,
too.
it's not so closed in just for the drum community for you to understand what's going on. And you got to expand and you got to be creative. And that's how I started pushing myself ever since I started my Instagram. You could look at my very first video. I was trash. I'm not the best now, but you know, like I'm getting gigs, I'm getting called for things. So I guess like you ready to do something.
Yeah.
You know, people see what you're doing. So it's just fun. Like you can't take it too serious. You know, you can't take life too serious either, because you're just gonna stress yourself out.
Right.
So this is just fun. That's all I do. Like people try to take it too serious. Like, oh, like this is all she does. She only knows how to play tricks. Like, okay, so what? That's how I express myself.
Yeah.
You know, if I want to do that, I can do that. If I want to go take a walk today, I'll go take a walk. You know, I want to eat chocolate, I'll eat chocolate.
Yeah.
Like, oh, don't eat chocolate, you're gonna get fat. So what? I want to enjoy myself.
Right.
You know, like everybody's gonna have something to say. You had a video about how you don't understand why people have to bring you down.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Yeah.
You have to, like I said before, you gotta encourage other people.
Uplift people.
Especially the youth. And like I said before, I have 2 little brothers, and I need to make sure that they're gonna be good people, and that they also follow their dreams, and not forced into, you gotta do this, you gotta be an engineer, you gotta be a nurse. No. If you wanna make video games like my 9-year-old, 10-year-old brother wants to do, like you should do that.
Yeah.
You know, like don't let your parents or whoever say, oh, become a lawyer because it's a good salary. But are you happy? Like happiness is a big part of it. And you know, all these tricks, I know I'm kind of talking a little too much, but this has to make you happy. If you're not having fun, don't do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Totally.
Simple. But
what about so let's talk a little bit of freestyling. I know that's a interesting concept that's been introduced in the drumming community. So we had some interesting conversations about that. So and you mentioned about like, you know, you have to think like a rapper, right? So like, you know, so as far as like, you know, freestyling or making something up on the spot, like a track or something like that, you know, what advice could you give on like how to do that?
just
Or do you want to just put on a track right now and just start jamming so you can do that? So we're gonna get a little AJDrumz freestyle right now.
Keep on keep running. Anything you'll get away. Keep on keep running. Running and running. Keep on keep running. Anything to get away. Keep on keep running.
Awesome, that was awesome. So what would you say, like so as far as when you come up with like ideas on the spot, like how do you do that? Like when you go from one idea to another?
so let's say you're doing 8 notes, right? 1 minute. Try to add in like a trick and like a kind of a backbeat. And like you can add dittos. Triplet. 16 notes long.
Keep on keep running. Running and running. Keep on keep running.
Nice.
Just keep the 8 notes, you know, keep it simple, but try to maintain the whole like nothing's changing from here, you're just playing different things. basically, that's how you can start off freestyling, because a lot of people don't do it. They don't create, they kind of follow sheet music.
Yeah.
I think it's important to be your own person and kind of create what you want to.
Right.
So freestyling, I think, is pretty important to
Yeah.
see what your vocabulary is.
Yeah. No, and thank you for providing that. I mean, even just for somebody like me, like, you know, that's super inspiring for me to be like, oh, okay, cool. Now I have some ideas of like how to like create different ideas, and then like, you know, it starts slow. Like you were just talking about how like just play some eighth notes. Now add a little and then add a little, you know, and then do both. Like, and you just kind of build from
and
there.
Like throwing some diddles, or like switch over to like a triplet feel, and like put in more diddles or flams. So it's just like, do whatever you want with it. Just don't be like, all right, now I gotta play like right there.
Not necessarily.
Unless you want to.
Yeah.
But maybe you want to add like a trick after that. But then you have to catch it. But yeah, just like a little something so it appeals to like, if you were like trying to play at some daycare, for instance, like you want to have these kids excited. You don't want to just stand there.
They're not gonna understand what a flam drag is. You know?
Exactly. Like you're not gonna just stand there and like kind of play a bunch of like grids. Like no, like they're gonna look at you like
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Basically, but that's how you can start off, like just freestyling. A person that's really good at it is Malik Stewart, that real drummer on Instagram and everything else. But that's what he does. He's great at that.
Right. So cool. So thank you so much for being on this video. You know, is there any like, you know, parting words or advice that you can give somebody who's watching, somebody who's maybe inspired to like to do something, and you know, just what could you say to that person?
What can I say? It's gonna sound cheesy, but get some chops.
Get some chops.
That's what this is, Chop University. I don't know if you can see it.
Let's show it.
Right here, my friend Karian, his name is also Chop University on Instagram. We have a thing going on, and it's just about like, get some chops means with the inspirational thing that you're talking about. Get some chops is like, get some chops in dancing. Like you want to get better at dancing, get some chops. Like you got to keep working on it. You want to get better at drumming, get some chops. You want to like get better at cooking and make the best meal, get some chops. Especially with some knives and stuff, cut stuff up. But like, you know, that's just the main thing. Like if you want to do something, you got to work for it. It's not going to come to you. You can't wait around. You got to make it happen.
Right.
So, and I hate to hear that. I watch videos like inspirational speakers like, you got to work hard, you got to do this. And you think about the end result, you're like, damn, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But just start with like, today I'm just going to play for 10 minutes and I'm actually going to do something productive. So, start small.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Take it slow and just do it. Just start. Just start. That's it.
That's a great message. That's a great message. So once again, thank you so much. And
Thank you for having me.
of course. And make sure you go follow Anastasia as AJDrumz on Instagram with a Z. Okay, and then you can find out more about the upcoming project that she's really excited about. I'm really excited about to see. So make sure you follow her for more info on that stuff, especially when it drops. You'll know when it drops.
Yeah, definitely. So it'll be all over the place.
Cool. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see if you guys like this video. Make sure you guys like it, subscribe it, share it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what the heck are you waiting for? Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. So, stick tricks. How do you do something simple that you can teach me real quick?
You know, thumb roll. Or, all right, a hybrid trick that I like to do is like a twirl into a thumb roll. Twirl. So it's like you're going out, open up your hand. You want to go this way. Yeah. So sweep like down, up. So you gotta let it up. All right. You almost got it. You just gotta have a bigger. You get it slow.
Yeah. I feel like momentum has a lot to do with it. Like it really helps.
Yeah, that's why it's like a whipping kind of motion. It's almost like a circle thing. Right, paradiddle. Right? But you can also do it with paradiddle diddle. Right? Or you can do crossovers. Relax, relax. Yeah, that was better. Yeah. Like that's the rhythm, but you can just add whatever you want to it, even if it's just, you know, just to kind of have some more flair to it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
as I was saying, like to kind of maintain. Like kind of maintain a steady kind of thing, but then you add tricks into it.
Yeah.
Back like you owe your tax, 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 back it up, 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 back it up.
Yes, sir, let's go.
Let's go.
Back it up, back it up, back it up, just to back it, just to back it, just to back it, just to back it, Lord, let me say this right. Just to back it up, you get right. Lord, let me say this right. Just to back it up, you get right. Lord, let me say this right. Just to back it up, you get right. Lord, let me say this right. You do anything. Just to back it up, you get right. It's too bad.
What were you trying?
Owe me back like you owe your tax, owe me back like you owe your tax, owe me back like
That's
you owe
really
your
good.
tax, owe me back like you owe your tax, owe me back like you owe your tax, 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 back like you owe your tax.